Good day, ma'am. My name is BENJIE DIATE, and this is my discussion about Chapter 1. Introduction. Good English grammar is important in technical writing course. It's not the only study of word forms and function and in a sentence, but it is also of putting words together into sentence and sentences into paragraphs, so that will be express the thoughts, ideas, and desires more cogently and logically, since technical writing is everything much associated with the identification of problems, proposal, solution, existing past and future, condition, and writer, worth his salt, has no alternative but to be proficient in the language he chooses to communicate with. Dito po tayo sa introduction ay malaki ang matutulong na ito sa atin ng English, lalo na siya ang pinaka ginagamit ng mga tao sa pakikipag-communicate sa anumang uri ng o iba't ibang uri ng lugar man dito sa ating mundo. Yeah. The work of each part of speech is to help build sentence. This part of speech are verbs. Yung part of speech naman lahat ng klase ng noun ay nandirito na. Kumbaga, ang nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives, conjunction, and preposition and interjection. Yung noun, a noun is a part of speech that names a person, place, things, idea, action, or quality. Proper noun refer to individual name of a person, place, or things. Dito naman sa noun, yung noun ay part siya ng speech na kung ang tinutukoy dito ay ang pangalan, bagay, lugar, ideya, and ang quality. Simulan natin sa pinakauna. Kinds of nouns. Ang pinakauna po dito ay yung common nouns. A common noun is any member of class of person, place, or things. Nouns are not capitalized. Example are man, burglar, child, gold, city, police, department. Example, Alex is wonderful. Dito naman sa common noun naman ay uri ng noun na dinidescribe o tinutukoy nito yung proper noun. Proper noun naman, number 2, proper noun. Proper noun is the name of a particular person, place, or thing. The noun are capitalized. Dito naman sa proper noun ay ang proper noun naman tinutukoy ang individual name ng tao, bagay o hayop, etc. Example, SPO1S de la Cruz, San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, Christmas, and Panda ballpen. Number 3, abstract noun is a word for something that cannot be seen but it has no physical existence. Generally, it refers idea, qualities, and condition. Abstract nouns are intangible concept. Ito namang abstract noun, siya yung abstract noun, tinutukoy nito yung mga bagay o idea na hindi nahahawakan, tulad na lang ng justice, mercy, honesty, knowledge, vision. Kumbaga hindi siya nahahawakan. Nasa isip lang siya ng isang tao. Number 4. Concrete noun. Concrete noun are substantial concept. These are the nouns. Then the nouns could be perceived by 5 human senses. Ang concrete noun naman ay mayroong 5 human senses at pinapaloob nito o ang example nito ay woman, noise, cakes, aromas, and chair. Number 5. Mass nouns or non-countable nouns. Mass nouns are nouns that could be not counted. Examples: crowd, coffee, rice, sand, rallies. Ito yung mga yung sa mass nouns naman, ito yung mga hindi nabibilang. Hindi siya nabibilang. Halimbawa na nandito yung sa kape, yung butil ng kape, yung bigas, yung buhangin. Next, 7. Collective noun. Collective noun is our number of person or things considered as one group or whole. Jury, crowd, flock, team, herd. Kumbaga, ayun yung mga examples niya. Yung sa jury naman, ayun yung sa loob ng court, sa korte. Yung crowd naman yung matao siya na lugar. 8. Compound nouns. Compound nouns, sometimes 2-3 nouns appear together or even other parts of speech and create idiomatic compound noun. Idiomatic means that nouns behave as unit and to a lesser or greater degree amount to more than the sum of their parts. Example: 6-pack, 5-year-old, and son-in-law, snowball, mailbox. Halimbawa nito, police station. Ayun yung kasama siya sa compound noun. Tapos andito yung mga example niya, compound elements. Dito na tayo sa pronoun. A pronoun is a word is used to take the place of noun. Pro is prefix that means for, para, therefore pronouns means for a noun. Para sa para mas madaling matukoy ang noun, kumbaga para mas madali ma-identify yung nouns. Possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns show that something belongs to someone. The possessive pronouns are may, my, our, your, his, her, its, and their. There's also an independent form of each of these pronouns, known as independent possessive pronoun. Dito naman sa possessive pronoun, tinutukoy siya ay belong sa isang tao o pag-aari. Tinutukoy nito yung isang bagay na sa kanya o yung mga pag-aari niya. Number 4. Indefinite pronouns. The first person places or things without specifying which one they are referring to. Dito naman sa indefinite pronoun, tinutukoy sa pangkalahatang noun na hindi kailangan ito naman tinutukoy dito yung sa yung pangkalahatang noun na hindi na binabanggit isa-isa yung mga pa yung mga pangalan ng nouns na yon. Relative pronoun. Connect group of words another idea in the same sentence. That which, whom, and whose are relative pronouns. Example: the chief of police called PO1 Juan de la Cruz, who had been so lazy in performing his duties. Dito naman sa relative, mas madaling ma-connect ang mga nouns sa iisang sentence. Parang pinag-iisa na lang niya yung mas pinapadali. Number 6. Reflective pronoun. When a subject perform an action on itself, the sentence use a reflexive pronoun after the verb. Reflexive pronoun included myself, himself, themselves, and herself. Mas madali niyang maitutukoy ang sarili sa isang sentence. Example: I killed myself. Number 7. Intensive pronoun. Intensive pronoun are similar to reflexive pronoun, but are different sentence. An intensive pronoun is not necessary part of sentence and service only to an antecedent. Number 7. Halos magkaparehas na lang sila ng reflexive pronoun, ngunit hindi binabanggit ang pangalan mo. May ibang nagbabanggit sa iyong pangalan. Number 8. Interrogative pronoun. Introduce question, what, which, who, whom, and whose are example or interrogative pronoun. Dito naman sa number 8 ay tumutukoy siya sa tanong. Example: who made this police report? Which restaurant is the best? Which restaurant is the best? Parang patanong siya na nag-aano. Reciprocal pronoun. Number 9. Are similar reflexive pronoun, but they involve groups of two or more than perform the same action with one another. There are only two reciprocal each other and one another for larger groups. Example: the spouses give each other a hard time. The 10 prisoners were all blaming one another. Dito naman, similar na lang sila ng reflexive pronoun, pero yung reciprocal pronoun ay involve ito sa group or person on the same action. Number 10. Distributive pronoun. A distributive pronoun refers to one person, animal, or thing at the time. Each, either, and neither are called distributive pronouns because refer to person or things one at a time. Note distributive pronoun is always singular, and such will be follow in the singular noun and a verb. Dito naman, tinutukoy siya sa bawat ang example naman nitong number 10 is each new day different. Not each new day are different. Ang pangalawa, either girl can do that, or Not either girl can do that. Number 3. Neither. Answer is correct. Not neither. Answer is correct. Not neither. Answer are correct. Future perfect tense shows a future time occurring before a definite time in the future. It is formed by combining the future tense of the verb to be with the participle of another verb. The regional director, NCRPO, will have spoken before uniformed personnel by the time the guest speaker get there. I shall have returned before the conference ended. Future perfect tense. It is used to express an action which the speaker assume will have completed or occurred in the future. Example, the victim will have recovered from illness next month. Positive sentence. Subject plus a auxiliary verb will have post participle object. Example, he will have completed his project by Saturday. Negative. Example of this is subject will have not past participle object, and then the example is they will not written application for leave. Interrogative sentence. Will subject have post participle object? Example, will they have helped his friend? Present perfect tense. And this is there are 3 examples. Regular and irregular verbs. Most verbs there tense by adding d and ed or order to create the simple past and past participle. These are called regular verbs, and this is their example. Past perfect tense. Show past time occurring definite time in the past. It is formed by combining past tense of the verb to be with the past participle another verb. The formula for the past perfect tense is had plus participle. It doesn't matter if the subject is singular or plural. The formula doesn't change. Progressive forms. Present progressive tense shows continuing action, something going on now. It may also show that something will happen in the future. It is formed by combining present tense of the verb to be with present participle of another verb. The present progressive tense is formed like this: is, or are. Present participle. Verbing. He is speaking for the whole class. The policemen to be deployed at Plaza Miranda are arriving in 15 minutes. Past progressive tense. Show continuing action, something that it happened. Point in the pause are used to set the scene for another action. It is formed by combining past and of the verb to be with present participle of another verb. It is also known past continuous tense or the past continuing tense. The baby was crying all night. The chief of police was lecturing when the district director arrived. Example of the past progressive tense and it use here are three common uses the past progressive tense. 1. The past progressive tense can be used to describe an activity in the past that was interrupted. He was painting the door when a struck the window. He was painting the door when a bird struck the window. Number 2. The past progressive tense can be used for describing an action taking place when another occurred. While they were painting the door, I painted the windows. Number 3. The past progressive tense can be used for describing an action this was taking place or at the same time as another. While they were painting the door, I was painting the windows. Future progressive tense shows continuing action, something that will be happening at some point. In the future, it is form of combining the future tense of the verb to be with the present participle of the verb. Example, PO3 Marie K Lab will be rendering her duty until tomorrow. They will be painting the fence. Present perfect progressive tense show continuing action has been finished at some point in that past, or that initiate in the past and the continuous to happen. It is formed by combining the present perfect tense of the verb to be with the present participle or another verb. Formula: subject and has and present tense. Example: Mary Grace has been studying hard since last year. Number 2. The chair has been practicing their songs. Choir pala. The choir. The choir has been practicing their song since last week. Past perfect progressive tense show as a continued action completely at some point. In the past, it is formed by combining the past perfect tense of the verb to be with the present participle of another verb. Formula: subject had been present participle. Example: I had been writing the report, but I fell asleep. Number 2. The children had been playing all day. Future perfect progressive tense shows a continuous action that will be completed some point in the future. It is formed by combining future perfect tense of the verb will be the present participle another verb. Formula: subject will have been present participle. Example: by the time I finish my report, I will have been working on it for almost 2 days. At 10 p.m., I will have been swimming for 6 hours. Number 3. They will have been talking for 2 hours by then. Action or passive voice. Active or passive voice. A verb is in the active voice when the subject performs the action. Example: the camp commander instructed his men to fall in line. Camp commander is the subject, and the perform the action is he instructed. A verb is in the passive voice when the subject does not perform the action. Example: The police report was submitted by PO2 Anthony A.B. Mondehar. Mood. Mood refers to the verb form that express the attitude and the speaker writer. A. Your sentence is in the indicative mood. When it states a fact or ask question. I spent New Year at my hometown in Batangas. Will you spend New Year in Batangas with me? B. Your sentence in the imperative mood. When you give your reader listener a direct command. Bring me pasalubong. Dance gracefully. C. Your sentence in the subjunctive mood when express a wish or hypothetical condition. If were you, I would run. If were you, I would run. Agreement of subject and verb. General rule. A. A verb must always agree with this subject and numbers. B. Singular subjects take a singular verb. Two plural subject takes a plural verb. Example: agreement involves is a clash of ideas. Is a singular, involves is also a singular. 2. Facts are more important than opinion. 3. Noel and Manuel are the candidates for the academic contest. Exception to the general rule. A compound subject joined by and but the subject are considered a until takes a singular verb. Example: bread and butter is sometimes the only food given the prisoner. Number 2. My dearest friend and severest critic is here. B. Two subjects joined by or either or neither, nor consider the subject neither the verb. Example: neither exaggeration nor truths are permissible. Number 2. Neither truths nor exaggeration is permissible. C. Words interviewing being the subject and the verb should be disregarded in chooser correct form of the verb. Example: one of the reason is obvious. D. The number of the subject is nothing changed by the addition of the phrases beginning with A. With B. Together with. C. As well as. D. Besides. E. Accompanied by. Example: Luisa together with someone of their friends was at the party. One, as well as his brother, has many friends. E. In sentence beginning with the expletive there or here must be taken into consideration to determine the number of the subject because of the subject comes after the verb. Example: here comes the bride. The bride is the subject that comes after the verb. F. Collective nouns such as a jury committee, team, here, company, etc. may be either singular or plural if they are considered as a unit of a singular verb is used. If they are considered as an individual plural, verb is used individual. A plural verb is used. Example, the jury has come into the box. G. Such indefinite pronouns as each, everyone, someone, nobody, there, neither, somebody, everybody, anyone, anybody, one, nothing, no one, take. Example, everybody is invited. H. Such indefinite pronouns as both, several, few, some, and many take plural verbs. Example, many are learning the importance of bilingualism. I. Nouns which are the plural in form but singular in meaning usually takes a singular verb. Example of such nouns are news, physics, missiles, mathematics, civics, etc. Some exceptions are pants, scissor, and riches. Example, the news of the death of her son was relayed by the commanding office. J. Titles of books, even if they are plural in form, take a singular verb. Included are titles of TV programs and radio programs. Example, Philippine Short Stories is a collection of short stories edited by Jose Garcia Villa. K. Nouns of measure, plural nouns or noun. Phrases that may be taken as indicating units of time, quantity, or order, or other forms of measure regularly take singular verbs. Example, 6 years is a long time in a dog life. Oh. L. The expression. A. The number of takes a singular verb, but the object of the preposition must always plural. Example, the number of students in the class is 47. B. A number of takes, plural verb, and the verb object of the preposition must also be plural. Example, a number of men in the police force need a psychiatric treatment. C. Loss of when followed by a mass. Loss of when followed by a mass noun take a singular verb, but when it is followed by a plural countable noun takes a plural verb. This is also true to the expression the rest of. Example 1. Lots of rice was destroyed during the typhoon. M. The number of relative pronoun depends upon the number of their antecedents. Example, these are politicians who are interested in the welfare of the people, and others who interested only in themselves. Adjectives. Adjectives are words of modified, limit, or describe, affect the meaning of kinds of adjective. A descriptive adjective is an adjective that shows the quality or quantity of description of a noun or pronoun. Long hair, faded uniform. Long hair, faded uniform. A noun objective is a noun used modify another noun. School day, New York Police Department, body language. The resulting phrase is usually considered a noun. A compound objective is a group of words that functions as a single objective. Newborn, newborn baby, absent-minded student. A possessive objective are my, your, his, her, its, our, their, and whose. A possessive adjective is it's before a noun or a pronoun. Not showed who or what owns it. My computer, my classmate, their parents. A interrogative objective is use question, what method, what motive, whose fault, an indefinite object. Whose fault, an indefinite objective is an indefinite pronouns used modify a noun. An indefinite objective is a definite pronoun used for modify a noun. Indefinite object, an adjective used to describe a noun in a specific sense included are my, each, few, many, such, many, much, most, several, and some. Example, like most people at the party. An objective phrase is a phrase that performs the function of an adjective. An adjective phrase is a group of words headed by an adjective that describe a noun or a pronoun. Example, she had extremely blue eyes. And an adjective clause is a clause that perform the function of a adjective. It was multi-word adjective that included a subject and a verb. The carpets that you bought last year have rooted articles. The words a and an, the special types of the adjectives called articles, is used with the specific noun. It is used when the noun is it modifies, refers to something that is one of a kind. The school library is closed. We went to watch the movie about vampires. And an are used with the no specific noun. N is used to modify singular nouns, count nouns that begin with the consonant, and an is used to mod singular count nouns that begins with the vowel. An honest policeman is awarded a police officer should be kind. Police respectful and police respectful. Adverbs. Adverbs are words that tell manner, how, time, when, the place, are, agree, how much, or to what extent. About other words, adverbs modify, change the meaning of the limit of this or describe. Three parts of the speech: verbs, adjectives, and another adverbs. Often but not always adverbs and lie. Sometimes adverbs such as very and to are intensifiers. Example, closely, quickly, very soon. Closely, quickly, very soon. Very and soon. Kind of adverbs. Adverbs of manner. Answer the question how the policeman hurried left the police station. The prisoner escaped the prison cell silently. Prison cell silently. Adverb of place. Answer the question where the copies of the police report are inside the drawer. The suspects are caught near the creek. Adverb of frequency. Answer the question how the conference is held every Monday of the Mary Grace often brings a laptop. Adverb of time. Answer the question when the coordinating conference started early. All PO1 are already at the NCRPO grandstand. Adverb of degree. Answer the question how much or what extent. Interrogative adverb. Ask a question how did you answer the interrogation? And who caught the suspect in the crime? Preposition. Preposition is a useful little word which shows a relationship between a noun and pronoun and words in the sentence. Example, to, in, on, between, among, with, and of. Note, most preposition are mouse word. Anything a mouse can do to a box is a preposition. Example, the mouse can be on the box, in the box, by the box, or near the box. Kind of preposition. Preposition of time. Preposition of time. Used to indicate specific times. Used to indicate days and dates. Used in to indicate non-specific time. Used for to measure time, seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, and years. Number 2. Preposition of place. At is used to indicate specific addresses. 3. Preposition of movement. I am going to Baguio this Christmas. The policemen are moving towards Caloocan City. 4. Compound preposition consists of 2 or 3 words. And this is the example of the compound preposition. Preposition phrase. Preposition phrase formed by the preposition and noun or pronoun that follows. In the room, at the door, with the mustache, in front of the church. Conjunction. The term conjunction comes from two. The term conjunction comes from the two Latin words con, which means together, and jonger, which means which means joins. A conjunction joins things together in a grammar. A conjunction is a word that joins one part of the sentence with another. One group of words with another of simply one word in the another. Example, and, but, or, nor, when, also, sin, however. Kinds of conjunction. Coordinating conjunction with the correction words, phrases, or clause of similar kind. Correlative conjunction, which is used first to connect the same kind of words or group of words. Subordinating conjunction, which is connect two ideas by making one idea dependent on the other. Interjection. An interjection is word of group of words that shows strong feeling of or emotion. It usually comes into the beginning of the sentence, and it is set off by comma or an explanation point, depending on how strong the speaker's feeling. Hey, halt, hands up. Well, help, goodness, damn, ouch, ugh, wow, whoa, heaven. Example, goodness, how did prisoner escape? Ouch, watch how you talk to the visitor. Help, the man running fast snatched my bag. Thank you. And this is my report of chapter 1.
Hello ma'am, today I'm reporting chapter 2 sentence elements. Definition of sentence. It is a group of words containing a subject and a predicate or verb expressing in a complete thought. 2. Parts of sentence. A. Subject. Parts of the sentence about which something is stated. A word or group of words about which an assertion is made. Nouns or pronouns are used as subject of the sentence. Ito mo yung parte ng sentence kung saan siya ini-state, ma'am. Kasama siya sa grupo ng words kung saan ginagawa yung assertion. Nouns or pronouns are used as subject of the sentence. Ginagamitan po siya yung nouns o kaya pronouns man. Example lang po yung the suspect left hurriedly. He left hurriedly. 1. Simple subject. It is the principal, main, or essential part of the complete subject. Example lang ma'am is yung the suspect left hurriedly. So ma'am, yung dyan ma'am, yung suspect ma'am. Simple. Yun po yung simple subject. Complete subject. It is the simple subject and all its modifiers. Example, the suspect left hurriedly. So, yung tinutukoy po dyan ma'am is, yung kompleto po is the suspect. Ayan. 3. Compound subject. It consists two or more simple subjects. Example, the suspect and his parents left hurriedly. So, yung compound po dyan is yung suspect tsaka yung parents. Yan po yung Implied subject. Sometimes the subject of the sentence is not expressed. This is usually the case in an imperative or command sentence. Example, submit the police report. The subject here is understood you. So, yun po. Ayan. Delayed subject. The expletive or extra word is sometimes used to introduce sentence. This is not a subject. Example, there was only one prisoner in the cell. Yung subject po dito is yung prisoner. Ayun po. Predicate, part of the sentence which tells what is stated about the subject. The verb that is the simple predicate in a sentence makes a statement about what the suspect is or what the subject does. So, ayun po yung the verb is that is simple predicate. Ito po yung nagkaano kung ano po yung ini-state or what the subject does. Ayun po. Simple predicate. It is verb or a verb phrase. A verb phrase is the main verb plus any helping verb. Ayun po. Complete predicate. It is the verb phrase and all its modifiers. Example, the suspect left hurriedly. So yung verb po dyan is left hurriedly. Compound predicate. It consists of two or more verbs or verb phrases. Example, the partygoers watched, yelled, and threw battle. Ayun po, yung compound predicate po dyan is yung naka-underline. Yung watch, yelled, and threw. Kasi, ayun. Note, both subject and predicate can be compound. Example, the present commander or the captain will arrive and will briefing. Ayun po. 3. Classification of sentences. A. According to use or function. Declarative sentence. The police investigator write the report. So, yun po. 2. Imperative sentence. Command. Buy a notebook for me. So, ayun po imperative. Request. Please take this. So, ayun po yung dalawa. Interrogative sentence. Where is SPO 1S de la Cruz? Ayun po. Exclamatory sentence. Oh, were you hurt? So, ayun po yung parang nagulat. Parang ngayon. B. According to form or structure. 1. Simple sentence contains only one main independent clause. So, ayun, nag-iisa lang siya. Compound sentence contains two or more main independent clauses. So, ayun po, dalawa o higit pa siya na clauses. Complex sentence contains one main clause and one or more subordinate clauses. So, ayun. Ayun po. Compound complex sentence has two or more main clauses and one or more subordinate clauses. Ayun, meron siyang dalawa o higit pa na clauses. O one o isa pa o higit pang subordinate na clauses. C. According to order. 1. Natural order. The subject comes first followed by the predicate. So, ayun. Mauuna yung subject tapos susundan siya ng predicate. Transpose order. The predicate come first before the subject but still the subject is retained. The predicate, mauuna yung predicate pero before this, bago yung subject, pero yung subject pa rin is retained. According to discourse. 1. Direct quotation. Rene said, I have done my work, said Rene. So, ayun po. Direct po siya. Indirect quotation. Rene said that he had done his work. So, ayun. Tapos na po. Hindi siya indirect. E. According to mood. 1. Indicative. So, ayun po. Ano siya. 2. Subjunctive. And 3. Imperative. F. According to voice. Active voice. The subject is the doer of the action. So, sino yung subject, siya yung, ayun, gumagawa ng action. Passive voice. The predicate does the action received by the subject. So, ayun po. Ayun lang, ma'am. So, yung gumagawa ng action is yung predicate. So, nire-receive din siya ng subject. Ayun lang, ma'am. Thank you po.
Good day everyone, my name is Raytana. From Cream to I will discuss the chapter 3, the police report and report writing. Dito sa chapter 3, pag-uusapan natin na malalaman natin kung ano nga ba talaga ang definition o ibig sabihin ng salitang police report. Dito malalaman din na kung ano ang importante o purpose o gamit ng police report. Simulan natin sa definition of a report. Definition of a report. A report is defined as a story of actions, step-by-step account of an event or incident that took place at a given time. Traditionally, a report means a police report or the narrative you have to write after completing investigation, but actually reports take many different forms. One police report is an exact narration of facts discovered in course of an investigation, which serves as a permanent written record for present and future use. Dito daw sa definition of report, ang ibig sabihin ay ang inilalagay o sinusulat mo dito yung mga bagay na ginawa mo o nagawa mo na. So, ang police report naman ay is chronological o step by step o sunod-sunod na event or incident na nangyayari sa isang lugar at particular na araw at oras. It is narrative you have write complete. Totoo yung mga fact na nag-gathered mo o nakuha mo sa pagtapos mo ng conduct ng investigation kung mayroong krimen na mangyayari. But actually, and report, a police report ay may iba't ibang uri. It take many different forms like police report, investigative report, police traffic, accident report, at kung ano-ano pa. Always remember na kapag sinabi nating police report, this is an exact narration that fact exact means walang dagdag, walang bawas, purong katotohanan lamang na isusulat mo nagmula sa na discover mong information. Hindi ka maglalapa ng sariling opinion mo, suggestion, because the police report serves as permanent written record for present and future use. So that is a police report. The next one is uses and purpose of reports. Police reports are written at the scene of many events and as a result used for a wide variety of reasons. You should remember that every report you write might be the one that goes around the world and is read by everyone. Dito naman po ang uses and purposes. Ano nga ba ang gamit o halaga ng tinatanong nating police report? Maraming gamit ang police report. You should remember every report you write might be the one that goes around the world and is read by everyone. Read by hindi hindi lang ikaw ang makakabasa ng gagawin mong report. Hindi lang ikaw makakaalam ng impormasyong nilagay mo sa police report. Maraming makakabasa nito, ngunit ang mga authorized person lamang. Next is criminal investigations. When you write a report documenting criminal act, that report becomes the basis for coordination of the complete investigation and prosecution of the crime. It is also used to gain information for statistical reporting and crime analysis, whether the investigation is conducted by patrol officer, general investigator, or special unit of investigators. And original crime reports is the source document. Initial crime report are also used to compare past and current crimes to determine modus operandi and identify suspect. Ito naman yung magiging basehan ng final investigation, or also ma-prosecute pa natin ang mga taong may sala. At ang police report na gagawin mo ay ginagamit for statistical reporting and crime analysis. Dito malalaman kung paano kataas ang krimen na nangyayari sa lugar ninyo. Anong uri ng mga krimen ang ritual na nangyayari sa area o jurisdiction natin sa panahon araw o taon. Dito sa nakikita ang crime rate. Dito nakikita ang crime rate o crime volume, at nagiging basehan yan ay mga reports o mga crime report na ginagawa ng ating pulisan. So ganun kalaki ang tulong ng police report. Pangalawa is newspaper and the media. Crime report and in some cases all reports are available to press, the media. In most states, some parts of the crime reports may be deleted. For example, names of junior suspects and victims for certain crimes. However, in general, the press has the right of access to reports. The results in they read exactly what you have written, including spelling and grammatical error. Dito naman daw sa newspaper and the media, always remember, under the newspaper and the media, syempre para malaman ng taong bayan ng mga nangyayari sa ating bayan. Paano nga ba nabubuo sa media? Una, dahil lahat ng kanilang impormasyon na sinusulat o binabalita sa newspaper ay nanggagaling lamang ito sa police report. Kaya nga kapag gagawa ka ng police report, kasi bawal dito ang may mali, dahil ang maaaring maling ginawa mo ay mababalita din dahil nabasa yung information na mali dun sa report. Ngunit tandaan, sa lahat ng laman ng report na sinasabi o pinabalita sa newspaper o sa balita, halimbawa, ang pangalan ng biktima, reference, and pangatlo, reference material. Because reports are permanent document, they provide an excellent source of historical information. They may be used to document the agency action, refresh your memory of determined liability. Sa pangatlo naman daw, yung kaninang sinabi ko, ang police report is serve as your reference because reports are permanent due, and they provide an excellent source of historical information. Bakit nga ba nalalaman natin ang kwento ng mga kriminal? Dahil sa mga police report o police officer na kinonsider na alam natin ginagawang permanent action, ginagamit rin ito ito upang refresh ang ating memory that past na ginamit ng tao at these reference materials. The next one is for statistical data program analysis. The rapid development of computer technology, including expert system and automated and pin maps, as a result in improved crime analysis. The source document for that information remains the crime laboratory in the field. The report are used to identify trends, location, and method of operations. The result of that analysis may be the directed patrol. Ito naman daw sa pang-apat, statistical data for crime analysis. Sa totoo lang, ang computer at technology ay nakakatulong talaga upang mapabilis ang ating gawain na malaman ang crime na nangyayari sa ating bayan. But always remember na ang mga source o pinagmumula ng information ay nagmumula sa crime report na mga sinusulat ng mga police officer. Your report are used to identify trends, location, and at the same time na kung ano ba ang method of operation na kailangan gamitin upang ma-prevent ang bilang ng mga krimeng nangyayari sa ating lugar. The next one is documentation. Reports are used to document the action of the department and each officer because police departments are typically reactive. Reports document what action were taken to stop the criminal activity or arrest the suspect. They provide the evidence of the department's responsiveness to the community and its needs. Ito naman daw sa document ay report the crime na nangyayari but also to document o isulat din ng mga actions. Ano nga ba ang actions na ginagamit ng mga kapulisan tulad ng arresting patrol, checkpoint, because police department are typically reactive. Report what action were taken to stop the criminal activity or arrest the suspect. So they provide the evidence and ang mga report documentation ayun ang ginagamit nila. Next is ang officers evaluation. It is common for supervisors to use reports to evaluate an officer's performance. An experienced supervisor can technical knowledge, intelligence, and pride in the job. A report discloses an officer's weakness the officer may not even realize he or she has. Pang-anim naman daw po, sa pamamagitan ng police report na evaluate ng supervisor yung mga performance ng mga personnel ng mga officer. Dito nakikita niya ang level of education, technical knowledge, intelligence na meron ng kanyang officer. Nakikita dito ang strength at nakikita din dito ang weakness ng mga kanyang officer, saan ba manggaling at saan ba mahina ang officer meron siya. Next is 7. Statistical reporting. Crime report are the source document for the collecting of statistical data. Agencies report crime statistics to various state and federal agencies. Statistical reports may also be generated for budget purposes, city council briefing, and other special interest group. Dito naman sa statistical report. Bukod sa nalalaman sa pamamagitan ng report, ang statistical report, ang gagaling dito rin ang document o sinusulat nila ang Halimbawa, sa budget purposes, alam naman natin sa gobyerno kapag nagbigay ng budget ang gobyerno sa isang organisasyon, binibigyan nila ito pang isang taon at dapat ilalagyan o binabalidate dito kung saan napupunta ang mga natatanggap nila sa gobyerno. Halimbawa, sunod pang paggawa ng halimbawa sahod, pagpapagawa ng station at sa kung ano-ano pa. So ayan po yung itong police report. Ano-ano nga ba yan? Criminal investigations, newspaper and the media, reference materials, statistical data, program analysis, documentation, officers evaluation, statistical reporting. And let's move on the report writing audience. We will then be reading the police reports you have written. Your reports must be self-explanatory because numerous people make decisions based on the information you report depending on the nature of the events. Any or all of the following may read your report. Okay. Ito naman daw po sa report writing audience. Dahil lang sinabi ko po ay na yung mga ginagawa mong report ay hindi lamang ikaw ang makakabasa at makakaalam ang report na ginawa mo. So ibig sabihin hindi mo pwedeng basta-basta babasa kung kanino ang report na ginawa mo. Mga report writing audience na may taong pwedeng magbasa ng ginagawa mong report. Kasi sa mga nakakabasa nito, sila kung nag-decision based sa report na ginawa mo. Depending on the nature of the event, any or of the following may read your report. At sino nga ba sila? Unang-una, yung police department of supervision of yung mga taong mas mataas sa'yo, church sa'yo, at your department and those cooperating investigation guide police. Hindi mo pwedeng basta-basta babasa sa kanila yung mga report na ginawa mo. Dapat makakabasa lang dito yung mga connected dito lang yung mga nag-operate palang. Pangalawa attorney, the prosecution, defensive civil judge, all attorneys may read your report. The prosecutor defends the judge o lahat ng attorney kung saan konektado dun sa kaso na hawak niya ay pwede nilang basahin yung report na ginawa mo. Pangatlo, junior, in both criminal and civil trials. Dahil sila yung nag-decide kung guilty or not guilty ang kaso mo. And the next is for administrator from your department and jurisdiction as well as from city, country, and state jurisdiction. And from your department and jurisdiction as well as from city, country, and state jurisdiction. Panglima, medical professions. Dito naman kung kailangan mo mag-autopsy to determine of case of death. Kung ang suspect halimbawa ay may problema sa pag-iisip, next is ang anim, correction kapag transfer na to city jail yung suspect. 7 is insurance companies. Alam naman natin ang company ay kapag halimbawa ay mga cause of death of victim is halimbawa kailangan makikita mo sa report na katunayan yung accident bago mo claim yung pera na naka-insured dun sa tao. Ka-insured dun sa tao. 8 is media newspaper, radio and television. Is media ay may karapatan sa report ang ginawa mo. Case the last one, regulatory agency, motor vehicle department, insurance commissioner, alcohol beverage control, consumer affairs. Yan yung mga yan po yung authorized at sila lamang ang pwedeng magbasa ng report na ginawa mo. Police departments, attorneys, jurors, administrators, medical professionals, corrections, insurance companies, media, regulatory agencies, and protas. Next naman po yung values of reports. Values of reports. 1. Reports are filed because they are needed for the efficient operation of enforcement activities. 2. Reports are permanent record of all the important facts of a case. They are stockpiled and information to be drawn upon by all individuals on a law enforcement team. The efficiency of the department is directly related to the quality of the reports in its reporting procedures. The next one is, let's move the police values. Values report. Values report, anong mga values ang halaga ng report ginawa mo as a police officer? Unang-una, sabi dito, tulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, yung report is explanatory kasi doon lang sila dumidepende o bumabase sa action nila sa ginawa mo. The number 1 naman, dito daw importante ang mag-file kasi dito nalalaman ang operasyon na kailangan nilang gawin ng department o law enforcement activities. So, dito naman daw po nakikita yung efficiency or ng departamento is directly related to the quality the respondent is reporting prosecutor. Number 3 is reports are written to serve as raw materials from which record system are made. Number 4 is reports are written to reveal as part of the component of the record system the direct relationship between the efficiency of the department and the quality of its reports and reporting procedures. Number 5, reports are written to guide administrator for policy formulation and decision making. Another values of police report. Dapat alam natin dahil dito nakikita yung basehan. 6 is reports are written to serve as page or yardstick for efficiency evaluation of police officer. 7. Reports are written to guide prosecutors and courts in the trial of criminal cases investigated by the police. 8. To gain knowledge and apply knowledge learned where you are in the field of law enforcement. Number 9 is prepare yourself to be able to undergo in my kind of crime cases that you will be confronted with in the future as detective, policeman. Prepare yourself, dapat ready ka lagi sa hawakan mong krimen. 10 is to become efficient, productive, and effective police officer. And also that, and so that are those values at police report. Naman po. Salamat.
Good day everyone, my name is GERRY PAMATIAN. My report is all about types of police report. Chapter 4. Police report are categorized into two types. Sabi dito, lagi nating tatandaan na ang police reports ay nahahati sa dalawa. Ang una ay ang basic or informal police report at ang isa ay investigative or formal police report. A. Basic or informal police report. It's a report that deals with the ordinary miscellaneous, usual day-to-day memorandum, letter or form accomplished by a member of a unit, section, precinct, bureau of division within a department in accordance with prescribed regulation. Usually, this report contains the following items. Pag sinabing basic or informal police report, ito yung mga uri ng report na adalasang ginagawa ng ating mga kapulisan. Halimbawa, yung mga rules and regulation na kailangan i-implement sa organisasyon. Number 1, the headings or the letterhead of the organization, office, or section where the writer of the police investigator is assigned. Ang headings or the letterhead ay nakasulat dito ay ang organization or office, section kung saan nagmula yung ating police report. Diyan nilalagay yan sa may unahan. Number 2 is memorandum. Memorandum line. It is written in capital letters, 2 spaces below the headings. Lahat daw ay dito naman sa memorandum, lahat daw ay capital letter. Tapos, merong 2 spaces before mo ilagay ang memorandum line pagkatapos ng headings mo. Number 3 is addressee. To whom the communication is to be sent, it is either for or to, for a chief of office, or from a senior office to his subordinate. It is to, while from a subordinate to a chief of office, or to a senior office, it is for. Sa number 3 naman, itong addressee, kung kanino mo ipapadala yung sulat or ang ating police report. It is either for or to kapag ang report ay nagmula sa mas nakakataas na posisyon sa'yo, ay gagamitin mo ay for. For daw ang gagamitin pag mas mataas yung yung position sa'yo. Tapos naman, pero kung makatanggap naman ay mas mababa ng ranggo sa'yo, gagamitin mo ay to. Number 4, channel. Where the communication will pass through before it reaches to addressee. The word through is used. Sabi dito sa channel, dito muna pinapadaan or binibigay yung report bago ito makarating sa addressee. Diyan muna siya ipapadaan. At syempre, ginagamit naman dito ay ang through ang ating ginagamit. Number 5. The subject is the meat of the communication. Subject naman, dito ay yung kung ano ba yung laman or para saan ba. Diyan mo, ayan ang yung lalagay sa subject. Number 6 is date, when the communication is written. Siyempre, ilalagay mo kung kailan. Oras, ayan, mahalaga din yan. Number 7 is the text proper or the body of the communication relevant to the subject. Number 8 naman, the name of the writer or the source of the communication. Yan, mahalaga rin yan. Yung pangalan. At syempre, yung ating signature. Kailangan may pirma ang ating police report or blotter. B. Investigative or formal report. This report covers a full dress treatment in the presentation of the case. It is an exact and exhaustive narration of facts, without any addition or subtraction, which were discovered during the course of the investigation. Formal or investigative report is classified into the following. Investigative or formal report, ito exact information daw. Exact data, lahat ng exact narration or facts, yun dapat ang laman ng isang ating investigative or formal report. Formal or investigative report is classified into the following. Ayan, nahati siya o na-classify siya sa tatlo. Ang una ay ang initial or advance report. It is an advance information on a new or fresh cases assigned to a particular investigator. It is written and submitted immediately after having conducting the initial investigation of the cases. Sabi dito sa initial or advance report, ito yung ginagawa kapag bago pa lang or fresh pa lang yung kaso na ating ito yung una. Ginagawa at pinapasa yan sa araw kung kailan nangyari ang insidente. Kung kailan siya nangyari, doon mo rin siya ipapasa. Ang pangalawa naman ay progress or follow-up report. It is the result of the follow-up in stagnation of the fresh or new cases. It is written and submitted even time or wherever any development or progress is accomplished in the follow-up investigation. Ito naman sa pangalawa, progress or follow-up report. Ito yung report na ginagawa sa tuwing may mga bagong impormasyon. Yung parang ito na yung pinaka-follow-up niya. At sabi dito, para saan si progress or follow-up report? Ito ay para makita ni supervisor na hindi determinado si police investigator na tapusin yung kaso. May parang maano na nakikita niya na determinado yung ating investigator na tapusin talaga yung kaso. At sa last part naman, meron tayong final or closing report. It is a complete written narration of facts based on an extensive investigation of the case by the police investigator who initially started the investigation of the case. It is the result of the evaluation, summation, analysis of all the facts and circumstances surrounding the case, trying all loose and pertinent thereto so as far a clear and composite picture of the crime committed in the minds of the reader for a prosecutorial and judicial action. Dito daw sa final or closing report, ang final closing report, ginagawa ito pag ito yung kumpleto na lahat ng impormasyon na yung nakolekta. Ito yung resulta na niya, lahat ng yung kinokolekta mong mga ebidensya from initial to progress. Ayun ang ating final or closing report. Maraming salamat po. Thank you.
I am reporter of CDI 105, Qualities of a Good Report. Accuracy. Accuracy is the one of the essential qualities of police report writing. Literally means exact conformity to the fact. Errorless, being accurate is being exacting. Ang accuracy ay isa sa pinaka-importanting qualities of a police report writing at dapat exact information at exact conformity. Number 2, brevity.
Brevity is being brief is a courtesy to the reader. It also means of checking the development of your own ideas and the accuracy of your expression. Dito sa brevity ay dapat maiksi lang ang report pero dapat kumpleto. At dahil mas makakatulong din yan sa reader para mas mabilis maintindihan at sa sarili mong idea. At meron din tinatawag na brevity or conciseness. Also means saying much in fewer word as possible, avoiding wordiness, and avoid redundant ideas. Dito ay dapat simple words lang pero exact information at iwasan din yung redundant or yung paulit-ulit. At dapat ay 12 to 15 words lang in a sentence. At below it's a list of word expression changed to shorter interpretation. At meron ding wordy expression na pwedeng gamitin. Tulad ng for the reason that, in shorter, because, at a period of time, in short when, at this present writing, in short now, at marami pang iba. Number 3, clarity. Clarity means plain or evident to the minds of the reader. Good English is relative. It can be right for one reader, wrong for another. Avoid grammatical error and avoid misspelled. Sa clarity, dito ay dapat pag gumawa ng sentence ay kailangan clarity at clearness para pag binasa ng reader mas madaling maunawaan at kailangan good English. At merong avoid impressive impression. These are big words, still bombastic and high following words. At meron ditong mga big words. Ayan. Try to compare the following big words and their simple counterpart. Big words, magnitude. In simple counterpart, size. Approximately, fully, commence. Be in simple counterparts, being, correlate, simple, match, at marami pang iba. Avoid unwriting language transfer. Clearness is knowing what to say and saying it simple as possible. Dito sa avoid illiteracy ay avoid unwriting language. So dapat ay malaman kung ano ang gusto mong iparating at dapat simple words lang para mas madaling maunawaan. Avoid illiteracy in using the word. Refers to the misuse of an English word is not only the language transfer that distorts an English utterance of a Filipino, but our illiteracy in using the words. Dito ay iwasan na isalin sa Filipino words. Dapat ay kung English ay English lang para mas magandang tignan. Hindi na mahirap basahin. Number 4, complete. Completeness in report writing means that the fact discovered during the conduct of investigation must be reported. Do not omit some fact, just attain brevity, and your report must be answered the who, what, when, where, why. Dito ay kailangan lahat ng nalaman mong facts dapat ay ilagay mo sa report na at wag mong tatanggalin or babawasan. Ang information na nalaman mo, yun lang ang dapat mong ilagay, hindi ka pwedeng magdagdag or magbawas. At ito yung 5 W's report writings. Who is involved? What happened? When did it happen, and what time or anong oras, anong date? Where place did it happen? Saang lugar? Why did happen commit a crime?
Bakit ba siya nakapag-commit ng crime? And number 5, factual. Factual. Everything on investigator writers in his must be based on facts. Fact discovery during report must be based on fact discovery during the course of his investigation. The police investigator is a fact finder. Hence, all the content of his report must be factual. There should be no subtraction or addition of data gathered during the conduct of investigation. Dito ay kailangan kung ano lang ang na-discover mong information at dapat lahat ng information na na-discover mo ay isama mo sa iyong police report. Bawal magbawas pero pwedeng magdagdag pag may another investigation or follow-up information. Number 6, specific. The report must be particular, definite, detailed. Use specific words that help you in conveying your idea most clearly to the reader. You make a direct mental connection with the reader of your report. Dito ay kailangan detalyado, kailangan meron kang direct connection sa reader para sa gagawin mong report, para mas mabilis kayong magkaunawaan at para mas madali niyang maunawaan ang yung report. 7. Objectives. Objective. You must always remember that there are always two sides of every story, and both sides have a right to be told. Dapat dito ay lagi mong tatandaan na dapat merong ang dalawang connection sa dalawa every story para mas malaman mo kung sino ba ang nagsasabi ng totoo o sino ba ang hindi nagsasabi ng totoo. Number 8, current or up to date. The report must be current. Investigative report must be submitted on time. Kailangan yung report mo ay kailangan kung kailan nangyari yung crime at kailangan isubmit mo din agad ito sa araw din na iyon para mas mabilis ang investigation. Number 9, it must be written in proper form. Form refers to the arrangement, the materials presented, the mechanical setup. Kailangan meron kang proper spacing, proper margin, at kailangan easily to read para mas mabilis maintindihan. At yun lang at maraming salamat.
My name is Brendan R. Custodio. My topic is Chapter 6, Basic Step in Police Writing. Ang aking topic ay Basic Steps in Police Writing. Dito ko sa inyo ibabahagi ang iba't ibang pamaraan sa paggawa ng police report. So, ang police writing ay may 5-step process sa pamaraan kung saan paano gumawa ng police report. Ang pinakauna ay interviewing. Ano nga ba ang interviewing? Interviewing, first step in the process. Your interviews of victim, witnesses, and suspect are the backbone of your preliminary investigation. Ito ang unang proseso sa paggawa ng police report na isinaalang-alang sa pag-interview kung saan nandito ang biktima, witnesses at suspect na kung tawagin ay backbone ng iyong preliminary investigation. Dito, kinakailangan maging maayos ang iyong pag-interview, kundi ang preliminary investigation mo at sa paggawa ng police blotter ay hindi tatanggapin. Kumbaga, kailangan maayos talaga ang paggawa mo ng police blotter at police writing. Dito, may 3 methods tayo sa pamaraan ng pag-interview. Una, kailangan natin maging komportable sa pag-interview natin. Ang unang
Ang unang methods natin ay subject tell the story. You listen, keeping the subject on track and giving verbal and non-verbal clues to keep the story flowing. Sabi dito, yan nang magkwento sa iyo ang subject, pakinggan mo hanggat maaari para patuloy pa rin ang pagkwento sa iyo. Wag mo munang magte-take notes habang ginagawa ang first step. Ano ba ang kailangan gawin natin para maging matagumpay ang iyong unang gagawin? Una, establish rapport with the subject. Pangalawa, determine what crime, if any, occurred. Pangatlo, determine what agency has jurisdiction. Pangapat, detect sign of untruthfulness and discrepancies. Panglima, determine what action should take. Una daw, kailangan mong makuha ang loob upang maging komportable ang pag-i-interview sa kanya o sa subject na magsabi ng story sa iyo. Pangalawa, kailangan mo malaman ng krimen na nangyari sa pamamagitan ng pagpapakinig sa kanya. Pangatlo, kailangan mong malaman rin ang ahensya ng kapulisan kung ano ang kapangyarihan nito. Pangapat, kung ano ang katotohanan sa pagsasabi ng witness. Ganun. Panlima, need mo din gamitin ang kakayahan mo o technique na gagamitin mo sa pagkupamin mo sa subject. Ayun. So, proceed tayo sa pangalawang method. Subject retells the story and you take notes. You gather identifying information regarding the subject and ask questions about the incident as you guide the subject through the story the second time. During the step, you accomplish the following. Determine the chronological order of the incident. Establish the corpus delicti of the crime. Ask question in order if you want to write the report, thereby organizing your report as your take notes. Pangalawa, need mong ipaulit sa kanya ang storya at dito na rin kailangan mo mag-take notes. At dito rin daw natin kailangan mong i-recognize ang body of crime. And then dito mo rin daw din kailangan magbigay ng tanong at kailangan paisa-isa lamang yung tanong mo. And then kailangan mong ma-recognize ang iyong take notes para maayos. Then proceed tayo sa pangatlong methods. You read your notes to the subject. When you do this, you are actually writing your report for the first time. What you are reading is what you are going to write in your report. During this step, the subject can correct errors or remember additional information, or you can correct errors or as additional. Dito, kailangan mong ibasa sa harap ng subject mo na nagkwento sa'yo para pag may mali, may tama ka nung subject o kung ano man ang kulang sa iyong report, may sulat mo na iayos. So, proceed tayo sa number 2, interrogation. A planned interview with the primary focus being to obtain a confession or eliminate the person as a suspect. A secondary focus may be to find incriminating evidence. Ito naman daw ay ginagamit sa suspect na ma-eliminate natin o mapaamin ang suspect para masabi rin kung guilty or not guilty ang suspect sa krimen. At kailangan kumolekta ng impormasyon para malaman talaga kung sino ang suspect. So let's proceed to note-taking. Notes are defined as brief notation concerning specific prepare a report. It is events that are recorded while fresh in your mind. Dito, kinakailangan natin ang pulis at ikaw lang ang makakaalam ng iyong notes. May dalawang klase tayo ng note-taking. Una ay permanent, pangalawa temporary. Permanent, if you see permanent notes, you must keep those notes in a safe storage place. Temporary, if you select to use temporary notes, you must discard your notes after completing your report. Ang permanente, kailangan mong ingatan ito at ilagay sa safe, at kung ang temporary naman, kung ito ang gusto mong gamitin, itapon o itabi mo ang permanente. Marami magka-question sa iyo at hindi pwedeng gamitin sa police report ay dalawa. So let's proceed to number 3. Organizing and planning. Properly organized and planned report is easy to read, clear, understandable, and concise. Dito, kailangan daw ang iyong police report o police writing, kailangan daw malinis tignan at kauna-unawa ang iyong report. At kinakailangan sakto ang iyong pagkakasulat, hindi sobra at hindi rin kaunti, kundi sakto lang para matanggap din. So let's proceed to number 4. Writing the narrative. Easiest way of report writing. Before begin to write the narrative, stop and think about what you have done and what you have left to do. Kailangan mo lagi i-double check at isipin kung tama na ba ang iyong nakuhang impormasyon, kung kulang ba o sakto. Number 5. Proofreading. When you have finished writing the narrative, proofread it. Take additional moment or two to review what you have written. Remember that you are not the only reader of your report. Ginawa ito kapag tapos na dito, you need to make sure kung may kulang o maling grammar, marahil hindi lang ikaw ang makakabasa ng iyong report, kundi maraming magbabasa niyan. So, check the following when you do proofreading. A. Correct report form and format. Need po daw kailangan i-check yung form kung nasa tama. Letter B. Probable cause to stop, detain, arrest, search, and seize. Kailangan mong tignan ang iyong report kung kailangan ng itigil para ma-dismiss agad na ang suspect talaga yun ang gumawa. Letter C. Corpus
the element of the offense. May kita dapat sa report mo. D. Siyempre, kailangan natin ng correct spelling. Letter E, active voice sentence structure. Dito, tinitignan kung tama ba ang pagbuo mo sa report mo. Letter F, proper punctuation. Tama ba ang paggamit ng tuldok at kung ano pa yung tulad ng mga occupation, mga kuwit. Thank you po sa pakikinig. Dito na po nagtatapos ang aking report. Thank you.
Chapter 7, Mechanics in Police Writing. Milenio G. Palma, Base Criminology 2A. Selection and use of words. In police report writing, the investigator must be a grammarian or expert prose stylist in order to communicate clearly his written facts. He must first the three basic units comprising any written matter, which are words, sentences, and paragraph, in order to present his ideas to readers. Sabi dito, yung police report writing daw ay kailangan marunong ko sa mga grammar, expert ka sa mga style, or communicate clearly his writing facts. Tama yung mga kailangan ilagay dun. Mga first three basic units, comprising any written matter, which are words, sentences, and paragraph. Selection and use of words. In police report writing, words are the only tools of communication, the first integral part which make the whole narration of facts. It is the responsibility of the investigator to make the reader's written through adequate information or facts about a certain crime that is being narrated to him. Police report writing, kailangan mag-communicate ka sa mga narration of facts. Responsibility of investigator make the readers about certain crime being narrated. Vocabulary. The supply of words which we know whether speaking or writing. We have not developed the good habit of intensive reading of literatures in the police field and criminology, new words or meaning for familiar police words, and first learn the reading. A good dictionary is a very big help to improve the vocabulary skills. Sabi dito, kailangan marunong ka sa mga words, mga salita, para masulat mo para mag-develop ng mga good habit of extensive. Ayan, kailangan ng mga bagong meaning ka na familiar sa mga police words. Diction, correct choice of words, selection of exact practice objective words to meaning. Correct choice of word, selection of exact practice objective words to convey meaning. In reporting the fact, the investigator must be careful in choosing the words that are appropriate to five physical sense sights. Ito yung mga attachment, taste, and hearing through which the facts is obtained. And sentence structure. Good English grammar is important in a technical writing course. It is not only the study of words, forms, and function in a sentence, but also putting words together in a sentence and sentences to a paragraph, so that we'll be able to express ideas to the desires into most completely and logical. Kailangan mo sa English, kailangan magandang grammar, importante. Three essentials of narrative. setting. In writing and investigative reporting, the setting is the introductory paragraph. It is most presented to the reader. It refers to when, the time and date of occurrence of the discovery of the crime and subsequently report to the police. It's followed by where, the location, and tandaan natin lagi yung three essential of narrative and yung setting, when, and where. And three essentials of narrative. Character. It is the second essential in the narrative, which refers to the who, the people involved, the victim, the suspect, and witness. Three essentials of narrative. Action. It refers to what, the nature of the crime, why, the motive of the crime, and the how, the modus operandi. The 5 W, S, and 1 H question will be answered by the fact presented in the reporting, then the report is complete. The essential of narrative, yung what, why, and how, modus operandi, and paragraph construction. Paragraph is a sentence or a group of properly sentences expressing a single topic or idea. The topic sentence tells what the sentence and paragraph are about. Kailangan mo ito sa paragraph daw. Meron dito group of proper sentence expressing merong single topic or idea. A step in writing a paragraph. First, write the key topic or topic sentence in the outline of the paragraph. Second, write the paragraph in active voice style using 12 to 15 words in sentence. Police reports generally have 5 to 7 sentences or approximately 100 words. And sa first ay kailangan meron tayong may provide na topic at sentence, merong outline, paragraph. Sa second, kailangan meron tayong active voice, tayo use 12 to 15 words in sentence. Yan. Police reports, meron dito 5 to 7 sentences or approximately 100 words. Kailangan meron tayo yan. Characteristics of paragraph. Meron tayong unit issue develop a single topic that key sentences should contribute to the development of idea. Yan ang unity. Coherence development. Yan. Characteristic of paragraph. Things to be considered in the development of the paragraph. Consider the following suggestion. Repeat the key sentences from paragraph to paragraph. Use pronoun in place of key nouns using pointing words. Example, these, that, these, and those. Use the connection words. Example, however, moreover, also, nevertheless. Orange sentence in chronological order. And step in writing a paragraph. Third, proofread your work. If necessary, correct mistake and rewrite the paragraph or functional. Function marks are to a reader what road signs to a driver. They make it easier to understand what a person what written. Function punctuation marks determine whether a sentence is clear or it is a doubtful meaning. In terms of function, punctuation mark is to the report clear as possible. Punctuation can make difference in a sentence. Compare the following sentence. Open fire at noon. Our own troops will be out of reach. Open fire at noon. Our own troops will be out of the reach. And difference sa mga sentences natin. Merong noon, our own troops will be out of the reach. And two ways of punctuation mark. And meron tayong end punctuation mark and period. Yan. Gandaan lagi natin yan. Example, Mr. and Miss Mr. PAMATIAN. Yan. Nabasa mo naman Okay. Question mark. Yan, it's a question mark after the right question. It's containing more than a question. Example, did you see what happened? Did you the suspect? Are you sure of his name? Kailangan mayroong mga tanong tayo. Exclamation mark. This to give emphasis to show strong feeling to a word, phrase, or sentence. Example, drop the gun. Yan, ibaba mo lang yung gun mo, yung baril. Function mark. These are question mark used inside every paragraph. These are comma, semicolon, colon, and quotation mark, parentheses, hyphen, apostrophe, and others. Comma is comma to separate independent clauses of a compound sentence. We will conduct the read now or later. It will be too late. And comma parent is set of policy. That is an expression that explains or gives additional information about the proceeding expression. MELGALLANO, PALMA, police investigator from Bulacan. Comma to separate the name of the city from the name of a province or state, or to separate the name of the province or state from the rest of the sentence. SAMMUEL, Tomas, Batangas, Manila, Philippines. And nakikita yung mga example natin. Ito is content. Ito big colon. It is used after a word, phrase, or sentence that lists series, tabulation, extracts, text, and explanation to the introductory words. Just to indicate clock time, used in a footnote or bibliography, used in biblical reference, using salutation in a business letter. Manling parentheses, quotation mark, ayan. Kailangan natin yan. Ito ang semicolon, used to separate the big clues that are punctuated by commas. It is used when two sentences are closely connected in meaning. Kailangan nakaseparate na yung dalawang big punctuated by commas. Capitalization. Rule on capitalization. Capitalize the first letter in a sentence. Capitalize the beginning letter of days and months. Capitalize the beginning letter of a proper noun. Always capitalize the pronoun like. Capitalization. Capitalize the name of the seasons if they are personified. Capitalize words that show familiar relationships when these are used with person, name, or when they stand unmodified as a substitution in the person's name. Capitalize the names of historical periods in the documents. Capitalization. Capitalize language but not school subjects unless they are names of specific courses. Capitalize the titles of people if they are found in capitalize sections of a country but do not capitalize direction. Capitalize reference to the deity and to the titles of religious holy books. Kailangan mo alam natin yung capitalization. Syllabication. Rule in syllabication. Words should be divided only at the end of a complete syllable. One letter should not stand alone in a line. 2. Compound words are divided between the main parts. A word that is ending in a consonant and is double when adding a should be hyphenated in double letter. Spelling. Rule in spelling. Every word has at least one vowel. Every syllable has one vowel. C can say K or S. G can say G or J. U is always followed by AU, double the consonants F, I, and S at the end of one syllable word that has just one vowel. Yung mga spelling natin. Merong C, K, S, G, J, Q, and U. Prefix consists of the one more letter added before the word to make a new word. E.g. Yung example natin yan, kita nyo naman. Tayo. Abbreviation. The modern age with tempo office become faster. There is a need to shortcuts to be used to make communication more effective. Kailangan natin modern age. So, para sa mabilis communication sa mga tao, yan. Spell cut. Beginning a sentence, fractions, standing alone, indefinite expressions or round numbers. Number in connection with serious and dignified subject as well as beginning the sentence natin yan. Thank you.
Okay, good day everyone. My topic is all about police blotter, chapter 8 in CDI 105. At ngayon guys, pag-usapan natin kung paano gumawa at para malaman natin kung paano talaga yung procedure sa paggawa ng police blotter. Okay. Police blotter. The PNP manual defines police blotter as a logbook that contains the daily registry of all crime incidents report, official summary of arrests and other significant events reported in a police station. Base dito sa nabasa ko, sinasabi dito na yung police blotter is logbook, kumbaga nilalogbook siya, tapos yun yung nagsisilbing police blotter. At nilalaman nito yung pang-araw-araw na nangyayari. Kunyari, yung mga crime incidents nga, yan, yung mga nire-report, kung sino yung gumawa ng krimen or yung mga inaaresto na tao. Ito yung mga nire-report sa mga police station. Okay. At present, the PNP maintain an e-blotter to facilitate a more efficient electronic blotter system for recording crime incident across the country. Ito nga yung makabagong ginagamit ngayon sa paggawa ng blotter. Pwede mo na siyang i-directa sa computer. Kunyari, pwede rin namang magsulat ka ng blotter, ilalogbook mo, then pwedeng itatransfer nila yon sa computer. Ito nga yung tinatawag natin makabago na paggawa ng blotter, yung e-blotter. Okay. Bali dito mas mabilis na nagagawa yung ating police blotter. Dahil pwede mo na siyang i-email or i-gmail mo sa ating Philippine National Police or PNP and send to Philippine National Police Headquarters. At pwede yung mga data or yung mga document na nilalaman ng blotter mo is direkta na sa kanilang makakarating. And next, in reference to PNP Circular Number 5 Police Blotter, defined as a daily record events within the territories of a police unit. It contains daily material concerning event for legal and statistical purposes. Base dito sa nabasa ko guys, sinasabi dito na dapat bawat compact or bawat PCP ng lugar, kunyari Barangay Muson or San Jose, dapat magkaiba yung police blotter nila dyan. Kumbaga dapat may kanya-kanya silang record doon sa jurisdiction area lang nila or sa nasasakupan lang nila na lugar. Okay, the police blotter is a hardbound book measuring 12 inches by 16 inches, printed in the front cover is the name or designation of the police district or station, the number or book number, the series number, and the period covered. The content of the police blotter entry should answer the who, what, where, when, and how, and the disposition of the case. The following are possible incidents or transaction in a police blotter. Ito yung mga ito. Violation of laws and ordinances reported and recorded. All calls in which any member of the PNP is dispatched or takes official action. Ayun, kunyari merong emergency, may tumawag at humihingi ng tulong at kailangan nila ng police. Nilalagay din yun sa ating police blotter. All fire alarms, report, and information received by the station movements of the prisoners with corresponding notations on the authority for such movements. Cases of missing and found persons, animals, and property, vehicular and other types of accident which require police action, all personnel injuries, bodies found, and suicides, damage to property, all cases in which a police member is involved, all arrests and return made, and miscellaneous cases. Sinasabi dito na kahit na ano pa yung nangyari, basta inireport ito sa ating PCP ay criminal man to or non-criminal, basta lahat ng mga pwedeng mga nangyayari pagka inire-report is ito nga nagiging pumapasok siya sa police blotter. Kailangan i-blotter. Okay, next. Procedure for making blotter entries. Number 1. All entries in the police blotter shall be handwritten in a clear, concise, and simple manner, but must answer as far as practicable the 5 W's and 1 H. Clarity should not be sacrificed for brevity. Sinasabi dito na kailangan is sulat kamay at malinis yung sulat at nababasa ako at naiintindihan. Only facts, not opinions, are entered in the blotter. Base dito, sinasabi nila na kung ano lang yung data or information na ibinigay sa atin, dapat ayun lang yung inire-report natin sa ating police blotter. No erasure shall be made on entries. Corrections are made by drawing a horizontal line over such words or phrases and the actual entry initialed by the police officer making the correction. Sinasabi dito na dapat pagka gumagawa tayo ng police blotter is dapat walang bura. Kasi pwedeng questionin to sa korte kung sakali mga number 4, a ball pen with blue or black is used for making the entries. Ito, importante rin to. Kailangan is blue or black lang yung pwede natin gamitin sa paggawa or pagsulat ng police report. Police blotter pala. Number 5, misinterpretation of the blotter or any attempt to suppress any information is punishable criminally and administratively. Dito naman guys, para rin tong sa kailangan pagka nasulat mo yung blotter is dapat hindi na madadagdagan or mababago kung ano man yung sinulat mo. Kasi pwedeng questionin din to sa court at pwedeng makasuhan kasi naman yung gumawa nitong police blotter. Number 6, all entries must be legibly written in longhand and consecutively numbered. Number 7 is every page of the blotter shall be consecutively or chronologically filled in. No line or space shall be left blank between any two entries. Number 8, any development of a case reflected in the blotter should be a new entry at the time and day it was reported, a reference to the previous entry number of the case, however, should be made. Number 9 is, during every shift, the duty sergeant under the supervision of the duty officer or complaint desk officer shall make the actual entries on the blotter and the end of their tour of duty. Both the DS and DCD officer shall sign the blotter. Base dito, sinasabi dito na kung sino yung duty sergeant nung araw na yun or yung oras na yun at kung kailan siya mag-out, kailangan niyang pirmahan yung mga police blotter na nagawa niya nung araw na yun. At bago siya mag-out is kailangan niya pirmahan yung police blotter at para yung bagong papasok na office, magiging test officer, duty officer, para klaro kung sino na yung naka-duty at kung sino na yung sergeant na naka-duty or yung panibagong mga magre-report is naka-record doon. And okay, next. Units required and supply accountability of police blotter. Number 1, police blotter should be maintained by a police station. Number 2, all PNP operating units or division in the Metropolitan Police District, together with the station, should maintain a separate blotter. Number 3, the General Headquarters, Philippine National Police, should supply police blotter to each PNP command reflecting the same as accountable items on their property books. Dito sinasabi na sila yung nagsusupply sa mga sa PNP ng kanya-kanyang police blotter. Number 4, it is the responsibility of the PNP unit commander to properly maintain, use, safekeep, and account the police blotter. Number 5, police force shall continue to use the present blotter provided the forms and rules should be followed. At ito nga, meron akong picture dito ng example ng logbook. At tingnan nyo ng mabuti. At ito nga, yung bawat logbook is merong hati at 5 hati yan. Merong entry number, date, time, and yung events or incident at disposition. At ayun nga, tignan nyo yung police blotter na example na pinakita ko. At alam nyo naman kung paano na gumawa nito. Tignan nyo na lang ito yung picture na nandito ngayon. And next is Crime Incident Reporting System or CIRS, also known as Electronic Blotter or more popularly known as e-blotter. At ito nga yung sinasabi ko kanina na mas mapapabilis natin yung proseso or paggawa ng police blotter dahil nga sa makabagong electronic na pwede natin idirekta na sa computer or i-Gmail na lang natin sa PNP headquarters. And each PNP operating unit shall also maintain and utilize the PNP Crime Incident Reporting System or yung CIRS, an electronic reporting system that facilitates crime documentation, modernized data storage, and provide quick and reliable transmission of crime information from lower units and to the national headquarters at Camp Crame sa Quezon City. At yun nga yung tawag sa makabagong mabilis na pamamaraan ng ating paggawa ng police blotter, yung electronic blotter or mas kilala sa PNP as a e-blotter. Next is blotter procedure. Before entry into the blotter book, the duty officer or DO should be first evaluate if the report is a crime incident, arrest, or event activity. which is for records purposes only. If the report is a crime incident, the DO or duty officer shall first accomplish the incident record form, from which the entry in the blotter book and IRS shall be extracted. All other reports shall be recorded directly to the blotter book. Base dito sa binasa ko, yung ating DO or duty officer, alamin niya muna kung crime incident ba yung inire-report sa kanya. Bago niya i-record, kailangan niya munang alamin talaga lahat. Bago niya i-blatter sa police station. At yun lang, maraming salamat po sa pakikinig and yun lang, maraming salamat.